Hello friends. Welcome back again on the Consistency in Silence YouTube channel. So in the previous class, we have completed our part 8 of the Constitution, that is Union Territories. And in this class, we will be covering our last topic, that is scheduled areas as well as tribal areas, which are included in part 10 of our Constitution. So basically, we are covering two schedules of our constitution, the schedule 5 as well as schedule 6. Scheduled areas are more relevant in case of schedule 5. Tribal areas are basically called the areas that fall under schedule 6. In this particular thing, the president, with consultation of governor, only consultation of governor, would demarcate and delineate the areas which are known to be scheduled areas. The president has the authority to establish tribal advisory council, also known as TAC, in these areas. As the name suggests, tribal advisory councils. Prelims point of view, the first question, the recommendations of TAC is binding on governor or the president. So by the name you can see these are advisory in nature. So their recommendations are not bounding upon the powers of president or for governor. Most of the things in the schedule 5 areas will be dictated by the president, but the ground implementation of these powers will be done by the governor. Understood? These areas are within the limits of state as well as central executive. It means, yes, we have defined these areas as scheduled areas. The raw legislation of parliament will not applied in these areas. मतलब जो इन एरियाज में पार्लियामेंट की लेजिस्लेशन अप्लाई हो रही है वो बिल्कुल सेम नहीं होंगी जो बाकी के एरियाज में इंडिया के हो रही हैं. इट मीन्स देयर आर सम मॉडिफिकेशन ऑफ द लेजिस्लेशन when applied to these areas. So the governor will decide that the raw form of legislation will be implemented to these areas, or this legislation should be modified before the implementation in these areas. But don't infer that these areas are excluded from the executive jurisdiction of state or center. तो ये पहली बात हो गई. President can constitute a committee from time to time to look into the administration of these areas. So 2 times the president has given such order. The first commission is UN Diwar, and the outcome of this committee is the famous PVTGs, particularly vulnerable tribal groups, which are 75 in number. Highest is in Odisha. There are some characteristics of these PVTGs, like these have the homogeneous as well as small population, isolated in geographical area, use is ancient technology. So such kind of things will be characterized in the PVTGs. Then one more commission, Dileep Singh Bhuria. This was in 1960. This was in, I think, 2002. So this was the two committees regarding the scheduled areas. President will constitute these committees. President will constitute the tribal advisory council in each state whichever there is a scheduled areas. So in the previous class I have told you there are 10 states in which we can find the scheduled areas. Understood? Coming to the tribal areas, acha, what percentage of population is tribes? So मेंस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से 8.6%. One more fact I will be giving you. If there is a question on old age, like we have the question on demographic dividend, but if not utilized properly, this demographic dividend will eventually turn into the demographic disaster. Thus, as we are passing this demographic dividend window, it means now the population of old age will be more than this youth population. So उस टाइप के आंसर्स में आप एक और डेटा कोट कर सकते हो कि डैट इन इंडिया वी हैव एल्डरली पॉपुलेशन इक्वल टू 8.6%. सो यस, ट्राइबल की भी इतनी है लगभग, ओल्ड एज की भी इतनी है. तो ये आप मेंस डेटा में कोट कर सकते हो. Tribal areas, Schedule 6. अच्छा, I haven't told you the constitution of this advisory council. We have 20 members in this, and 3/4 of members will come from the STs. Understood? STs residing in that particular scheduled areas. Coming to the tribal areas, most of the provisions regarding Schedule 6 is within the jurisdiction of governor. So here most of the jurisdiction is in the hands of president. Regarding Schedule 6, most of the jurisdiction is in hands of governor. Schedule 5 areas हमने डिफाइन कर दिए. So Schedule 6 में कौन से स्टेट्स आते हैं? Only 4 states. AMTM is the abbreviation. Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. Why only these 4 states have been included in Schedule 6 and now the Ladakh is demanding this Schedule 6 status? First of all, if you are given this Schedule 6 status, you will have enormous autonomy. अभी हम पढ़ेंगे वो autonomy कैसे है. There are a number of councils that can be formed in these particular areas which will govern the local legislation, the local executive powers, the local social institution like education, health, the economic conditions like renting a property, construction of a canal. So all these things will come under a local legislative body. उसका नाम क्या है? Autonomous District Council. एंड उसी का सब पार्ट क्या है? Autonomous Regional Councils. तो ये भी अभी हम पढ़ेंगे. Why only these 4 states? So first of all, these have the specific unique culture and traditions that are prevalent since the ancient time. And second of all, these masses are isolated in the whole society. It means they are not much assimilated in the normal working. So that's why these 4 states have been kept in the Schedule 6. Now, as I have told you, number of autonomy has been given in this Schedule 6. So ADC, Autonomous District Council, and the sub council of this Autonomous Regional Council will be constituted by the governor. The governor can constitute it or it can dissolve it. So governor has the power. Autonomous District Council has the 30 members. 26 are elected, 4 are nominated by the governor. Prelims question. All the members of ADC, Autonomous District Council, complete a term of 5 years. इसमें से थोड़ी सी बात मैं बताता हूँ और आपको. 26 elected, it means for a tenure of 5 years. 4 nominated, the doctrine of pleasure of governor. So ये गवर्नर के प्लेजर तक सर्व करेंगे, ये इलेक्टेड मेंबर्स 5 ईयर टेन्योर के लिए सर्व करेंगे। वापस से आते हैं बैक टू अवर प्रीलिम्स क्वेश्चन। ऑल द मेंबर्स ऑफ एडीसी विल सर्व फॉर द टर्म ऑफ 5 years। इनकरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट। ऑल द मेंबर्स ऑफ एडीसी विल सर्व अंटिल द प्लेजर ऑफ गवर्नर। इनकरेक्ट। प्रेसिडेंट जोड़ दिया तो इनकरेक्ट। इट मीन्स some members will be elected for 5 year tenure and some will be there until the until the pleasure of the governor. So this is the first main difference. Second of all, this is tribal advisory council. It means its recommendations are not binding in nature. Whereas in the ADC, I have told you that local legislations come under ADC, Autonomous District Council. They have the authority to legislate on the financial subjects, on the social institutional subject. Yes, they can also provide for courts for the resolution of conflicts between the tribes. Such courts will have the jurisdiction as can be prescribed by the governor and addressed to the high courts. High courts in courts पे कितना jurisdiction रखते हैं, this will be only told by the governor. So such are the differences between TAC and ADC. So आप दोनों को एक बार compare करके देखना. First of all, 20 members, 30 members. Then advisory in nature. These are binding in nature and also these have the power of legislate. Don't have any provision of courts for the resolution of the conflict between the tribes. ADC can provide for the provisions of court, establishment of court. Autonomous district council can be subdivided into autonomous regional councils. Tribal advisory council बस एक ही रहेगी. Understood? So these are the differences between these two. Autonomous district council मैंने आपको बता रखा है. यहाँ भी Schedule 6 में भी पार्लियामेंट के रॉ लेजिस्लेशन अप्लाई नहीं होंगे. दे विल बी इवेंचुअली मॉडिफाइड बाय द एडीसी और द गवर्नर. उसके बाद यहाँ इम्प्लीमेंट होंगे. गवर्नर हैज़ द पावर टू डिसॉल्व दिस एडीसी एंड एआरसीस. सो अभी बस यहीं तक रखते हैं. पॉलिटी कोर्स पूरा कंप्लीट हो चुका है. हमारा बस रट्टाफिकेशन थोड़ा बचा है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडीज़ का. सो अब आपको भी पता ही है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडीज़ क्या क्या होती है. पूरा आपको पढ़ना ही पड़ेगा, 4-5 बार पढ़ना ही पड़ेगा, तब ये चीज़ें याद होंगी. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडीज़ लाइक कुछ हमने पढ़ी हुई है. फाइनेंस कमीशन वी हैव स्टडीड अंडर आर्टिकल 280. देन द इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया आई थिंक 324 से, शायद से 324 है ना. हाँ 324 से 329 तक है. एक बार आप जाकर देख लेना, वो है हमारे पास. Then we have 102nd Amendment Act, NCBC, National Commission on Backward Classes. Then we have National Commission of Scheduled Tribe, National Commission of Scheduled Caste. उसके बाद we have Attorney General of India, we have Advocate General of India. So these are the bodies which have the constitutional status. There are some other bodies which are known as non-constitutional. Now non-constitutional के अंदर there are two subcategories. The first one is the non-statutory body and second is statutory body. For the bodies whose act has been passed, like National Human Rights Commission act has been passed, the CVC act has been passed, such bodies will come under the statutory body. Non-statutory body like एक बहुत ही अच्छा था, मैं नाम भूल रहा हूँ उसका, चलो बाद में देखेंगे. एक तो है नीति आयोग जो सिंपल एग्जांपल है. इट इज़ अ नॉन स्टैट्यूटरी बॉडी. तो नीति आयोग जैसी बॉडीज़ हैं. एक और है बहुत ही अच्छी बॉडी है, वो रिफॉर्म सजेस्ट कर दिया इन द लीगल वे, उसका नाम बोल रहा हूँ. 3 ईयर के लिए इस्टेब्लिश होती है. मेरे को सारे प्रोविजन याद है पर उसका नाम मैं बोल रहा हूँ. कोई नहीं, आप देख लेना जाके. 3 ईयर्स के लिए वो इस्टेब्लिश होती है वाली बॉडी. सो यहीं तक था हमारा पॉलिटी का कोर्स. अगला कोर्स हम स्टार्ट करेंगे ज्योग्राफी का. और तब तक के लिए इफ़ योर कंसेप्ट्स आर गेटिंग क्लियर्ड, प्लीज़ लाइक दिस वीडियो, शेयर इट विद योर फ्रेंड्स एंड सब्सक्राइब टू अवर यूट्यूब चैनल. तब तक के लिए गुड बाय, जय हिंद.